Our project is called Gaiamycota, and Gaia comes from the spirit of the earth, and mycota simply meaning fungus. The inspiration for the project really came from a piece of work that I did with the United Nations through the COP21 process, the climate change negotiations process, where I gave a speech about the loss of soil and how this was effectively an unfolding global disaster. We lose our soil, we lose the ability to produce food, and civilizations collapse. My collaborator Anthony, he's a sculptor, he works with clay, and the thing that resonated about my science with him was that clay is obviously soil, and the very medium that he uses to express himself is the medium that I research. So we felt we were very tightly bound in terms of what we were interested in and how we were using the same substrate to achieve very different goals. I would say, the entire surface, productive surface of this planet is limited, and it's hugely limited, and the very fact that we exist is because we have 8 inches of topsoil and it rains. That loss of soil and the science that my group is undertaking to try and understand how we can turn that degradation of soil around, and we can increase the quality of soil, we can stop the rate at which it's being eroded, maybe even increase the rates at which soils are being built, really resonated with Anthony as something that he wanted to communicate to the widest audience possible, and obviously so did I. So the project that we're going to deliver is multifaceted, to say the least.
The installation at the Millennium Gallery composes several media. The centre of it is sculptural installations, either side of which on the wall are 2 sort of 8 foot by 4 foot digital photo montages, and above that there's a film that we've created.
The right side panel, what I tried to do with that, I tried to bring in all these elements that we were talking about when we were conceptualizing the project. And these elements are the science of biology, shamanism, magic and alchemy. The human figure at the bottom, on one side, on the right side, is holding a microchip, which is an allusion to digital technologies. And on the left-hand side is holding a petri dish. So it's to show that, through the use of fungus and through use of electronic technologies, we have a fighting chance of solving these environmental problems, that we are talking about.
Gaiamycota is the name of this sculpture, which I sculpted in clay, and I created this sculpture, and it's a sort of vessel for experimentation, like a cauldron, as it were, something that something can grow inside of and hopefully give birth to it. This is Gaiamycota #1 experiment. The first thing we wanted to do is see how, if we could grow the spores in agar. The whole sculpture came out completely in agar, and then Duncan inoculated it with a fungus.
The shape of the sculpture that you've got on the pedestal, it's actually a fiberglass shell which is filled with soil. The fungus is symbiotic to the birch tree, which you can see sticking out upside down from the sculpture, and they are growing in mutual symbiosis at the moment. What's going on there is the tree is providing fungus with sugar, and fungus is providing the tree with potassium phosphate and potassium nitrate.
We're going to do a performance art piece within the Spiegel tent, and that performance art piece involves 4 characters. And we've described it very much as a saga, and it documents the kind of psychological and metaphorical processes that we went through to build the inspiration for the project. The project has been designed to try and evoke a number of feelings from the people that are looking at it. And we hope that the first thing that people see is a beautiful sculpture. They're drawn in by the fact that there is this beautiful sculpture of a woman who represents the spirit of the earth. But as they start to listen to the narratives, listen to the music, and see the video installation, that beauty somehow breaks down. I think people are going to start to feel quite uncomfortable about the idea that the planet is in the perilous state that it's in. And I think hopefully also feel inspired that scientists are working hard to find solutions to these global problems, and that we've made some significant progress. This is not a doom and gloom story. So hopefully we can take them full circle in their experience, from the beauty of the art through to the uncomfortable fear of the future, back to feeling some optimism about science being able to solve some of the world's future problems.